Hello everyone and welcome back to the Common Sense Crypto channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on Casper. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day today wherever you are in this great world. We're going to talk about Casper, and this is the 7-day chart. You know, I can't believe Casper's still sitting under 4 cents. You know, this is a cryptocurrency that's silently building in the background. And once utility kicks in and the next market cycle begins, Casper's going to emerge as one of the big players. And people will then take notice to this cryptocurrency. Right now, everybody is sleeping on it, and it's a massive hidden gem. Robot Cash is the world's first PC game marketplace where gamers can play, earn, and sell their digital games. The company recently completed an integration with Casper Labs, enabling users to trade their games through a blockchain solution. Like I always told you, Casper's a well-rounded cryptocurrency. You don't get the daily announcements, but that growth is still happening. But yet none of the growth is reflected in the price yet. That will come later. So the integration does not just give gamers a foundation to facilitate their trades. By leveraging track and trace capabilities, users can accurately track the distribution and usage of their content, whether it's a game they made or a game they're reselling. This not only helps developers and players ensure they get fair compensation, but also it provides a more equitable playing field. If a Robot Cash gamer owns a game titled Wasteland 3, that ownership is verified with a digital stamp on the Casper blockchain that's easily trackable and verifiable by any third party. And when and if they ever decide to trade it, they can easily transfer their ownership. In short, the blockchain-based marketplace helps gamers reclaim the freedom to safely and more efficiently buy, play, and sell whatever they rightly own, leveling the playing field. And this is something that's going to continue to grow out over time as well. So the CEO of Casper weighs in on the top 5 use cases for blockchain technology. And I like what he says right here. In fact, Manohar says that blockchain is being so widely adopted across industries that it's quickly becoming a boring technology, which he adds is a good thing. So the adoption is happening in the background. And every once in a while, we might get an announcement here or there. But everything is coming together perfectly at the same time. And what he's looking at is supply chain management, pharmaceuticals, financial services, food and beverage, and telecommunications. Now, these are big industries that also expand year over year. And I think as we get into a utility-driven market, Casper is going to start to become one of the top 10 cryptocurrencies. And that's just a matter of time from where we're at right now. INX, a U.S. regulated broker-dealer, is working with blockchain company Casper Labs to tokenize and list Casper Labs shares for trading on the secondary market. So they're going to get more mainstream appeal from this. This will allow Casper Labs to be traded publicly amongst both retail and institutional investors. In addition, the company's listing will be on regulated exchanges like ATS and INX, one thus showing it's open to present laws and whatever rulemaking might occur in the future. The equity of Casper Labs will be available to traders in over 60 countries, and INX One is a fully SEC regulated platform for both crypto assets and securities tokens. I don't think Casper's going to have any problems with regulations in the future either. And through their partnership with IBM, that tells me they're going to be part of the new financial system as well, and also part of ISO. If you buy Casper now, it's an easy 100x if you're buying the strongest coin now. They're all down 100x from their all-time high. This will give you much higher returns than just buying Bitcoin. Do a little extra work and you'll do 100x. For the record, I research 3 hours a day. I research quite a bit as well. I'm always looking at crypto, learning more about crypto. And I could tell you right now, Casper is an undervalued gem, and it's waiting to explode in price. And it's one of those cryptocurrencies that nobody talks about until it takes off. Then everybody will know what Casper is. Big announcement is here. The foundations of the first AI project to be built on Casper have begun to be laid. They aim to be almost a key point for the ecosystem. That's amazing. And once again, AI is something that's going to continue to grow out over time as well. Blockchain and AI has to come together. And the more it comes together, certain networks are going to gain a lot from that industry. And I think Casper is going to be one of them. The Casper blockchain was the first to offer upgradable smart contracts, has jaw-dropping partnerships, is working with governments to help build smart cities. Smart cities are all the talk right now. People are calling them 15-minute cities. But a lot of cities around the world are looking to become a smart city. And that's an industry that's going to start to grow. And Internet of Things is going to be huge inside of that. And again, certain networks will play a bigger part than others. Casper can emerge from that as well. Casper Labs translated our clients' bold ambition into a seamless user experience by building NFTs representing Whiskey Cask and enabling investors to quickly register an account, complete a verification check, and begin acquiring or selling whiskey. They're tied to so many different use cases also, and that are overlooked use cases, and yet they're real world use cases at the same time. Our payment system is old and outdated. Casper Network CEO goes on to explain how these new technologies can enhance and upgrade our current system. Take a listen to this.
That are being addressed in the current markets?
Yeah, the two things that I think are broken in current financial systems are one, overhead, and the second is transparency. And both of these lend themselves really, really well to blockchain technology. So let's talk about overhead. I'll use an example. If you take a typical core banking system that reconciles a bank's portfolio of mortgages, these are Frankensteinian old school systems. It requires a lot of analog input and output on top of it. And the cost to actually reconcile the average mortgage bleeds, mortgages are a basis points business, and it bleeds tons of margin off of it. Now, if you're able to put all of that on a blockchain system, which also had a financial primitive standard, like say those done at Actis, you've basically taken a system that has tons of overhead, eliminated a ton of it, and made it a lot more secure. Because if anything, what blockchain is best at is making something tamper-proof and knowing that it's been copy protected. So overhead is one large area where blockchain can really help. Right. The other place is transparency, because if you think about it, the reason the 2008 financial crisis happened, the reason Silicon Valley Bank happened, et cetera, is people weren't able to accurately assess the risk within their portfolios because there wasn't a linear tamper-proof data structure. Now, as with any system, garbage in, garbage out, I'm not saying like if we just cobble together some blockchain thing, magically everything's transparent. It's going to take work. It's going to be a large retooling. But if we set up our financial systems in a way that we have great look-through into risk, we could mitigate and avoid problems like the financial crises we've seen.
Once you get rid of overhead and you make everything more secure, companies are going to absolutely love that, because it all comes down to the money. And they also want to keep the security at the same time. And I think he's targeting enterprise and he's targeting financial institutions at the same time. But again, that haircut is just too much. But, I think when you listen to him talk, he knows what this industry is looking for. And that's why I see Casper emerging as a top 10 crypto of the future. So the much anticipated Casper upgrade is now on mainnet. we're looking to a series of dApps taking full advantage of this significant enhancement to the network. Casper is already the only blockchain that enables upgradable smart contracts by design. It's an absolutely essential feature for any large-scale organization building in a blockchain environment. Thanks to Casper 1.5, the Casper blockchain is more accessible, efficient, and secure than ever. And that's what you want. You want it to also be easy. Any company coming into blockchain, if it's complicated, they're going to choose another network. Casper simplifies things. That's the other thing I like about Casper, because I could see how companies will benefit from using this network. Then there's this. Take a listen.
Hello, Casper and Aleph0 communities. We are at ETH Warsaw and we are standing in front of Aleph0 booth. Did you know that Adam Gongol and Damian Straszak were co-creators of Casper Hardware Consensus Protocol? There are many more similarities between two strains. We are aiming at blockchain mass adoption at Casper. They are more focused on privacy features, and together we can be like Goku and Vegeta.
I also hold A0. I also need to do a video again on A0. I like the utility behind it, and it's another hidden gem in the crypto space. But these two coming together also makes a lot of sense as well. But then this comes from Crypto Reviewing on Casper. They give Casper a rating of 9.3 out of 10, and they're pretty spot on with the reviews as well. Because I've seen some networks and some cryptocurrencies get a bad review. So they're saying it gets a 10 out of 10 for project, private, public, and enterprise-ready, upgradable smart contracts. Then there's the utility. Casper can be used for transactions, smart contracts, dApps, NFTs, staking, and more. And the roadmap also got a 9 out of 10. Casper will soon release Casper 2.0 upgrade, which significantly improves their network. Their team is great as well, 9 out of 10. 10 out of 10 for social. 186K Twitter followers with 250 plus likes per tweet on average. 8 out of 10 for tokenomics. Casper has an infinite max supply, 94% circulating, 74% plus staked, and 8% annual inflation. I'm not really worried about the inflation when it comes to Casper, because I think Casper is going to be utilized more than people think in the future. 10 out of 10 for partnerships. Google, IBM, Chainlink, Hyperledger, and Celsius are some of Casper's partners. And they're also available on MEXC, which is also important to me because I have an affiliate with MEXC. And I buy my Casper there. But they're also available on KuCoin, Crypto.com, Gate.io, Hubly, OKX, and more. List Casper. But then they go on to say the price potential, 20 to 100x, 80 cents to $4. And that's most likely going to happen in the next run. A lot of other people are saying a $10 Casper is not off the table. And I have to agree with that, because I still think a lot of things are getting built out in the background without the big announcements around this cryptocurrency. But again, it's a hidden gem, and it's a must-have in your portfolio. Especially if you like to diversify and you're not holding Casper yet, definitely get some before the price takes off. It's very undervalued, and it's a steal of a deal right now. With that said, I'm going to wrap up this video. I want to thank you all for watching. I appreciate all of you. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.